स्वामिन् नमस्ते नतलोकबन्धो कारुण्यसिन्धो पतितं भवाब्धौ मामुद्धरात्मीय कटाक्षदृष्ट्या ऋज्व्यातिकारुण्य सुधाभिवृष्ट्या स्वामिन् नमस्ते स्वामिन् नमस्ते स्वामिन् नमस्ते स्वामिन् नमस्ते। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय व्यापिने परमात्मने नमः श्रीगुरुनाथाय प्रकाशानन्दमूर्तये सत्यानन्दस्वरूपाय बोधैकसुखकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे यस्य प्रसादात् अहमेव सर्वं मय्येव सर्वं परिकल्पितं च इत्थं विजानामि सदात्मरूपं तस्याङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यं तस्याङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यं तस्याङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यं। जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु। तस्याङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यं। To his holy feet I offer my prostrations and pranams. Jai Guru. So yesterday we were discussing, after having discussed quite a few slokas from Vairagya Shatakam and understanding the nature of the life, how our desires, they cause suffering to us, and how even though our life, it from childhood it grows and enters old age. The body becomes old, there will be white hair, there will be wrinkles, there will be all aches and pains, teeth will fall. Then you cannot even stand up without the help of a stick. So many things happen. Then when the body is also diseased and one is bedridden, the wife also becomes tired serving you. The children do not come to even say hello to you. Such things happen. Still, in these slokas we saw that there is a great desire for man still to live. And they still want to enjoy. And we were giving an example of the frog. When the snake is biting the frog is still at that moment when it will be gulped by the snake, it is trying to eat one insect. So, in many shlokas we were helped to introspect and find out and see how this life is. And Bhartrihari is saying that not even noticing the sorrows and the dangers of life which keep on coming. If not to them, the whole world is engulfed by janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi and dangers. They still do not give any attention, and as if they are intoxicated by the enjoyments of life. So having done that, I went to Bhagavatam, where I said that in Bhagavatam, they are telling us why a householder is not able to cultivate Vairagya. And we saw some of the shlokas, like we did these shlokas. I'm just telling you that Krishna tells Uddhava that even Krishna tells Uddhava that not Uddhava, this is actually Prahlada tells to his friends that human beings are all completely attached to the household affairs. Their senses are not under their control. They are completely attached to the household affairs, and they are tied by the ropes of affection to the family, their wealth, their property, their acquisitions and everything, and they are not able to free themselves. And I was telling you how Swamiji gives the example that initially the attachment will be like a small mustard seed, then slowly it will grow like a coconut, then it becomes like a jackfruit. So it is the nature of human beings. And they are not able to leave. The rope of attachment grows and grows. Once a boy and a girl get married, there is little attachment. The attachment will grow for each other. Then the child will be born. So how will they cut the ropes of attachment of the loving company of husband and wife? Their sweet, loving words to each other, their companionship, then the affection of brothers and friends, then the lisping words of small children. Small children, they will be lispingly talking, and then they will come, their soft touch, their gentle touch, because everybody is very happy. It says that there is, somewhere it is said that cobra is dangerous. The attachment to small children, it is as poisonous as the cobra. Because with elders still, after some time, children, they will grow big, they will be independent, they will not share with you many things that they are doing. But small children are not like that. We just become attached to them and they also are attached. So when grandchildren are born, there is a very big attachment for the grandparents. So they will be constantly thinking, the householders, about their daughters who have gone to the in-laws' house, whereas there's no need to think of them. Sons, brothers, sisters, old parents, relatives, house decorated with various items, constantly thinking that the house can be now redone, remodeled, the sofa can be different, this can be different, that can be different. So these are the thoughts constantly going on in the mind. The means of livelihood, servants, all these torment their mind with anxiety and fear. So there is a very beautiful Ravindra Sangeet. It says that, O Lord, যদি তোমার দেখা না পাই প্রভু এবার এ জীবনে তবে তোমায় আমি পাইনি যেন সে কথা রয় মনে. O Lord, if I do not get your darshan, or I do not realize you in this life itself, then I should not forget that I have not realized. I have not got your darshan. যেন বেদনা পাই, যেন ভুলে না যাই বেদনা পাই শয়নে স্বপনে. Let that pain of not getting you remain in me and give me pain in my sleep, in my dream, in my wakeful hours. এই সংসারের হাটে আমার যতই দিবস কাটে, আমার যতই দুহাত ভরে ওঠে ধনে, তবু তোমায় ঘরে হয়নি আনা যেন সে কথা রয় মনে, যেন ভুলে না যাই. It means what? That in this marketplace of this world, the family, I keep on acquiring so many things. And my hands become full with my acquisitions, property, wealth, name, fame, etc. But I should not forget that I have got everything except you. Let that pain remain in me and give me pain always. I should not forget. যতই ওঠে হাসি ঘরে যতই বাজে বাঁশি যতই গৃহ ভরে ওঠে ধনে তবু তোমায় ঘরে হয়নি আনা. This second stanza I am getting a little mixed up. So whatever merriment takes place in the house, so many people come and go, so much of festivity is there, but still I should understand that I have not welcomed you home. I welcomed everybody and made a seat for them, but I have not welcomed you, O Lord. Shall I sing once? My voice is not good, but still I'll try. You know, these are the songs which have in the, I think both Nathu Swamiji and me, we have sung a lot of these songs which have lot deep meanings during our sadhana periods. এ সংসারের হাটে আমার যতই দিবস কাটে আমার যতই দুহাত ভরে ওঠে ধনে তবু তোমায় ঘরে হয়নি আনা যেন সে কথা রয় মনে যেন ভুলে না যাই বেদনা পাই শয়নে স্বপনে. I should not forget it. I should not forget it, O Lord. Let me not forget. So, but householders or ones in the house, I would not say that. Even if one renounces and comes in an ashram or stays alone on the river bank, what are the thoughts? The thoughts have to be on the Supreme, on God. You can think of God. You know, I found that people get a little confused whether I should think of Brahman or should I think of God. Is there a difference? Actually not. Bhagavatam says, Vadanti tat tattva vidaha tattvam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. Vadanti means they say. Vadanti tat tattva vidaha. Tattva vidaha means those who have known the tattva, the jnana, the essence, the supreme knowledge. They are called tattvavid. Tattva vidaha means the tattvavids in plural. Vadanti tat tattva vidaha tattvam jat jnanam advayam. And what is the tattva? What is the supreme knowledge, essence of the supreme knowledge? That this is the jnana, advaya jnana. That is the jnana which says self alone is one without a second. There is nothing else beyond the self or apart from the self. It's only one. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti shabdyate. And that jnana, advaya jnana, that is called Bhagavan or Brahman or Paramatma. Whatever you choose to call it. For everything, it is the one all-pervading presence or consciousness. So, mostly we will think whether you are in the bank of a river, alone doing samadhi, trying to do samadhi, or in an ashram, doing guru seva, and also learning, or you are in the household. Household, there will be many other things, distracting things. Here also there may be in the ashram many distracting things. What are the distracting things? You know, in the household also, there will be likes and dislikes. What are the distractions? It's the likes and dislikes. Something you like, something you do not like. There will be expectations. And one is the ego, I-ness and my-ness. Me, my child, my father, my job, my profession, my promotion, my business, all those things. And what in the ashram? Even for the renounced people, what is our distractions here? The distractions can be, oh, she knows more than me. She is in the front. Nobody is understanding what I am doing. The one in the front is getting all the praise. Everybody is thinking that she is doing all the all the learning, or people in the eyes of people, that person is very important. Or it will be that one you feel inferior, one knows the Shastras very well, you don't know. One is able to chant the Bhagavad Gita very well, I don't know. So people, when they come here, they will feel that, oh, she doesn't know, but that one knows. So that one is more devotional. You know? All this is a human mind. So we have to go beyond everything. Here also we have to go beyond everything, and ultimately it is the ego. Why these thoughts come? It is only because of the ego. So ultimate sadhana in any seeker is the ego effacement. That I-ness should go. I-ness should go. You feel, and that I-ness should go, because if you want to realize the self, or that is only one. So I should not feel that I am different from one person. You should not look upon anybody as inferior or superior. So these are the problems with anybody. Here it is householders, and most of you are from the household. So we are trying to say that this is how Vairagya should. Even here, Vairagya should increase. When one comes to the ashram, even if one stays here for years and years and years, if Vairagya has not developed in the mind, one may choose to change the dress. The dress can be white, it can be gerua. But suppose the mind is not having Vairagya, then? So, they always worry what their old parents will do without them, and how their wife will bring up their little children all alone. And being attached to the maintenance of the family, they spend their entire life in doing that and not doing anything for the higher purpose of the life. So this shloka I had stopped at. So that is the shloka. Kutumba poshaya viyanijayuhu na buddhyateetham vihatam pramattaha sarvatra tapatraya dukkhitatma nirvidyatena svakutumbaramaha. It says that this Kutumba poshaya viyan nijayuhu. See, this people who are attached, they become svakutumbaramaha. This shloka, the last word is what? Look there. Svakutumbaramaha. What is svakutumbaramaha? Their delight is only in the family. Have you heard the word Atma Ramaha? What is Atma Ramaha? That is delights. One delights in the thought of Atma. And what are these people? They are having their delight only in the family. So they delight only in the family. Pramattaha, mad or intoxicated with the family affairs. And Kutumba poshaya, for the maintenance of his family, viyat nijayuhu, that is, exhaust his whole lifetime. Now the question must be coming that we have to do. What shall we do otherwise? Yes, you have to do. But please remember that what is not necessary, you should not do. You should do. There is what is necessary you do, and what is not necessary, which comes under desire, which makes you disturbed, agitated, that falls in the category of desire. So whereas we have to take up the responsibilities and our duties in the family, we should always see that our mind is calm. Whenever it is having affliction or agitation, that means we are trying to get something which we may or may not get, but we are still thinking about it and we are getting agitated. Then, artham vihatam na buddhyate. So he spends all his lifetime in this maintenance of the family, and he forgets that there is a higher purpose of life. Along with this, I can do that also. I can think of God. I can have introspection. I can feel that everything is transitory, so I should not get attached. Only because I am attached, I am getting suffering. So my expectations should be less. All this introspection can be done along with the responsibilities that you take up or perform for the family. That he doesn't do. Because his mind is only in this. Sarvatra tapatra dukkhitatma. Only because he doesn't do this introspection, he is affected by the adhyatmika dukkha. Even if this adhidaivika and adhibhautika is not there, adhyatmika dukkha, because of expectations and possessiveness, he will be constantly suffering. So even though that happens, he fails to cultivate dispassion. That feeling doesn't come that what I should do so that I am not so much bound and I am suffering. I am suffering in the hands of my children. Children will be disobedient, they will not listen to you. The behavior that you want from your child, he or she will not do that. So there will be a lot of sorrow for that. You will shed tears by the behavior of your children, or sometimes parents, or sometimes relatives, very often relatives. Very often after the parents die, the siblings will fight for their share of property. So these are the adhyatmika dukkhas. Now, what should a person who is wise, who introspects, what he should do? We did that shloka yesterday. Labdhva sudurlabhamidam bahu sambhavante turnam yateta. If he is knowing that I can hold on to this kind of chintana, the thoughts, thinking of God, thinking of the self, then my mind will be slowly getting away from the attachments, getting away from the worldliness of life. So he will start pursuing that, listening, introspecting, contemplating, and every day analyzing one's own behavior and mind. Have I progressed a little bit? Has my attachment come down a little? Has my expectations become a little less? So that is very important. That analyzing oneself is very important. See, this pariksha, here, he is constantly doing work for the family. In Vairagya Shatakam, there is a shloka where it says that man has been given 100 years to live. Out of the 100, 50 years is spent only sleeping. Out of the another 50 years, half of it goes in childhood and old age. Rest of the half, that is only 1/4. So this 1/4, that is 25 years, you spend only doing this for the family. Also it is mixed with disease, old age, dangers, this, that. So where is the sukha? It says. Now we think that we are quite good. We have got so much of wealth. We have got so much of family strength. People are there for me to look after me. Now, this one shloka from Bhagavatam, it says, see, when Parikshit asked Shukadeva that Parikshit had only 7 days left for his life. So when Shukadeva came that way, Parikshit had sat for prayopavesha, not drinking, not taking food, and he wanted to know what he should do in these 7 days so that his whole mind, every moment is in the thought of God. So many pandits and many sadhus, sannyasin, everybody had assembled there, and Shukadeva was going that way. So he was welcomed, given a seat, worshipped. Parikshit had nothing, he had left the kingdom. So he just, with the water, he washed the feet and then asked him that when a person death is imminent. For me it is 7 days. What should that person do? What should he think? What should he chant? What are his duties? What should be the bhajana that he should do? And like this he said. And what he should not do. Suppose I do many things, like most of the people, you will spend some time for spiritual practices throughout in the day. And suppose you spend 2 hours in the day. And rest of the time, what do? Thinking of the worldly things. So he is saying, please tell me also what I should not do. So if I acquire something, what I should not do, so that my acquisition again becomes 0. So at that time, Shukadeva told him that your question is very good, and you have asked a question which will be approved by all the Pandits. He says that for men, there are many things to listen to. And they listen to all those things. So that is how people do chit-chatting, gossiping about this, about that. But he says, apashyatam atmatattvam griheshu grihamedhinam. He says that there are so many things to listen to, that they are happy listening to that only. But they are not ready to listen to Atma Tattva. The Griheshu Grihamedhinam. Who are they? The householders. Those who stay in the household. They are not ready to listen to Atma Tattva. Suppose we say that today whole night we will talk about this Atma Tattva. I don't think he will be ready. Suppose we say now you cannot go anywhere, you extend your stay, and we will give you all kinds of Atma Tattva so that you become realized. I think you will give so many excuses to go away. So he's saying that people are not ready for Atma Tattva. And he also says that they spend their time in sleeping and then playing. When they're children, they are playing. Rest of the time they are earning and looking after the family. They don't want any Atma Tattva. Dehapatya kalatradi shvatma sanyeshva satsvapi tesham pramatto nidhanam pashyanyapina pashyati. Says that this, okay, that is so. Why they are so happy? Because they feel that they are attached, they have their house is there, their own body is there, their wife is there, the children are there, their property is there, and all the people around, they are their soldiers. Atma sainyeshu asat swapi. They feel that I have got a big family. They all will look after me. I have got wealth. And who are those? Asat. Asat means which will not remain. All those things, your wealth, your people, whom you are feeling that if any danger comes, they will come and they will help me. They are not your soldiers. They will all perish. So, tesham pramatto nidhanam. They are so infatuated and attached to the body, wife, children, etc., considering them as his soldiers, they fail to see their inevitable destruction. Why inevitable? And why they are the soldiers? Have you ever thought? So Bhagavatam gives us so many pointers. It says that who is going to be your security? Who is going to be your security? Is wealth your security? You know very well that in the time of COVID, wealth did not work at all. Even now, wealth may be there, but by the time you are taken to the hospital, already the body has gone. So this shloka says, Prahlada is saying actually, Balasya neha sharanam pitarau nrsimha nartasya chagadamudanvati majjato nauh taptasya tat pratibidhirya iha anjaseshtah itavad vibho tanubhritam tvadupekshitanam. It says, Balasya neha sharanam pritaru nrisimha. He is telling whom? He is actually doing a stuti for the Narasimha. After Narasimha killed Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad's father, he is specifying him with these praises. So in one of them, he says that, O Lord, people think the parents are the refuge for the children. But is it true? Is it true? Parents may be there, parents may be wealthy, children die. Artyasya agadamna. For a person suffering from disease, medicines is not. A person who is sick, many times that any medicine, no medicine will work. So, even we feel that we have got a lot of wealth, we'll go to the best hospital, best doctor. But medicines may not work. Taptasya tat pratividhirya ihanja seshtaha. And in the water, nartasya chagada mudanvati majjato now. So, in the water, in the ocean, for a drowning person, the boat may not be of any use. Taptasya tat pratividhihi cha iha anjasa ishtaha. So, it says that when people are suffering, we feel that these are the remedies. If parents are there, the child will not die. Even it has happened, somebody I remember even now with lot of pain. The mother had come, one mother, young mother, she came. She was brought by one of the devotees. And she was in such a trauma. She said that from the school she took the child and she was crossing the road. Suddenly the child, the small child, just made herself free and ran and was run over by a bus. In front of her own eyes. How can she reconcile to it? So anyway, so we feel that these are the remedies, but Prahlada is saying that unless you wish and you can take care, these are not the shelters. So what should be done? Samashritaaye padapallavaplavam mahatpadam. I do not want you to learn all these things. You are flooded with many shlokas. You simply listen, listen, listen. Samashritaaye padapallavaplavam mahatpadam punyayasho murare bhavam buddhim vatsapadam param padam 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 yad vipadam natesham samashritaaye padapallavaplavam mahatpadam punyayasho murare bhavam buddhim vatsa padam param padam 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 yad vipadam natesham. So it says, only your grace is the only way to feel fearless. So, what we should do? The same thing. Take ashraya, have reliance on that Supreme. That Supreme, you can think of the Lord, whosoever deity you think. It is the same God, or Brahman, or Self. Know that it is changeless, it is unmovable, it is always there, eternal. It has no decay. So hold on to that, and keep feeling that I have no danger. When the mind goes down, hold on to this knowledge that there is that eternal existence which is always there, and I am a part of that, I am that. So, nothing can move me. Maybe the mind will be, because of this ignorance, and our wrong identification of the body, and we have been habituated to feel depressed, sorrowful. We have been habituated. Now, after having known the knowledge, we must make an effort to remain in the self. Whenever there is a fear anywhere, any kind of sorrow because of expectation, just run and take shelter in your own within, at the lap of the indweller, who is already there, always there with stretched arms. Only thing, we feel that we'll get solace and consolation from outside. That is why we start looking outside. Who will give us consolation? Nobody can give. If you tell your parents, they'll be sorrowful. If you tell your friends, they may not know the reply. So who is there who can give you the consolation and the solace and the peace? It is you yourself. But you have to make that habit, because we are not given to that habit. So it says that Samashritaye Padapallava Plavam. It is from Bhagavatam. So it has described him, the Lord, in a very beautiful manner. Padapallava Plavam. It is the holy lotus feet. Mahatpadam. For those who have accepted shelter at the holy lotus feet of the Lord, the feet which is like a boat. What do we do? On the boat, we cross a river. So these feet are like a boat. Bhavam hudim vatsa param padam padam. And this Mahatpadam, as of whom Punya Yasho Murarehe, the Murari whose glory we sing. And what kind of glory? Punya glory. That is the virtuous glory we sing. His feet we have taken as refuge, which is a boat. And when we take to that boat, we hold on to his feet. What happens is that Vatsa padam param padam, padam padam yad vipadam natesham. All the dangers which come, and the worldly ocean comes in waves, all that huge wave, it will become like a small puddle. How much small? The calf, when the calf goes with wet hoof, how small is the puddle? Only that much. The big wave which has come, when we take shelter at his feet, only that small puddle is left. It will become so small. So, in the scriptures, all these gems are there. We cannot finish reading it. Many times, whatever we read, we don't remember. But that is why, it is nice to listen, and what you listen, you should introspect upon. So see how much time I have taken. Now, how to remove the attachment? I am coming there. How to remove the attachment? Why we are not able to remove the attachment? We have gone there. Now comes the most important thing. How to remove the attachment? Now here also again I go to Bhagavatam. Krishna had come down as an avatara. Mahavishnu came as Krishna avatara. And he had come to establish dharma. The Mahabharata Yuddha took place. All the evil kings were killed. But still he remained in his Dwaraka and he was not going back. So Mahavishnu is not going back. So all the devatas started feeling very sorrowful, sad, missing him very much. So one day they all came to Dwaraka and told him that please come back. It's time that you come back. So Mahavishnu said, Krishna told them, he's the Mahavishnu. Krishna said that see, I know I have to go back, but I still have some little work, that is my lineage, because I am in their lineage, they have become very proud. And if I leave them and go, again adharma will come. So I want to destroy my lineage and then go. So that little work is still there. Now, so he promised that he is coming back very soon. Now Uddhava, who has been his friend from childhood, had sat with him, played with him, they together have eaten. When Krishna would leave some dress, he would wear them. I mean, he loved Krishna a lot. And later on, when Krishna was in Dwaraka, I mean, by that time Krishna is quite old, not old, but growing towards old age. Uddhava also is elderly. So, he was the minister. Now, Uddhava heard this conversation and he loved Krishna so much, he started crying. When the Devatas went, he came to Krishna and said, Naham tavangri kamalam shanadhamapi keshava tyaktum samutsahe natha swadhama nayamamapi. He said that, oh Krishna, I heard everything. You are talking of going away. Then how will we stay? How will I live here? I cannot stay without you even for half a second. So, if you have to go, please take me also along with you. This was his prayer. So, Krishna replied like this. Krishna said, okay, if you are not able to tolerate my separation from you, before I go, you go away, so that you will not have the sorrow of my going away. And he said, Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham svajana bandhushu maya veshya manas samyak samadrik vicharasvagam. Tvam tu sarvam parityajya. So Krishna tells Uddhava, you go away first. And you renounce everything. Sarvam parityajya. What is that sarvam? Sneham swajana bandhushu sneham. The love and attachment that you have towards your relatives, your family, leave all that. Instead, what you should do? Maya veshya. Keep me alone in your mind. Get completely swept by my thoughts. Maya veshya manas samyak samadrik. So samyak, your whole mind should be filled with my thoughts. Samadrik means considering every place as the same. Everything as the same. How will that feeling come? When you feel that self is everywhere, God is everywhere. Recognizing my presence everywhere. Samadrik vicharasva gam. In this earth, you roam about, leaving your family, everything, and the attachment towards them, keeping me alone in your mind. You move around everywhere, recognizing my presence everywhere. He says this. There are few slokas, I'll take two more. Tasmad yuktendriya gramo yukta chitta idam jagat atmanikshasva vitatam atmanam mayadhishvare. And he gives all the more some kinds of other clues, advice. This, what does it mean really? I'm saying that you should keep me in your mind and go around and feel my presence everywhere. What you should do is that with the mind and senses controlled, control your mind and control your senses. You must see the whole world in me. The whole world is a self alone and the self everywhere. This should be your attitude while going. So, what is that actually? Is it not Vairagya? You may remain in the household, but to have the Vairagya, you have to leave what? I-ness and mine-ness. This is what he is saying. that leave your sneha and attachment for your relatives and everybody, family, etc. And fill your mind, and that Vairagya, yesterday we have been discussing and all other days, that Vairagya, that how will you have Vairagya for that abstract self? Or even God. We have not seen God. How will you have it? How will you love Him? So, only when you start thinking about the devotional text, they say, you think of the glory. That is why the glories are sung. If you read the Bhagavatam, even in Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, glories of Sri Krishna is there. Read them, you will have horripilation. Read them with such mind, thinking of it. Oh, what a magnificent person. What a glory. Similarly in Bhagavatam. And about the self, what are you to think? The qualities. So, if you start dwelling your mind on this, like that sandalwood piece, if you start rubbing by thinking, then what will happen? The fragrance will start enveloping you, and you will find that your I-ness and mindness has become less and less. So what is it about how in this sloka, what is he saying? In all this sloka, he's saying renounce. Renounce. So he's talking about you renounce and go around in the world. What are we going to do? We are not going to go around the world, but we have to renounce. Renounce the I-ness and mindness and see God everywhere in everything. And that is also a habit. Here I thought I will read from my diary. Shall I? Yes. See, about this diary, I want to say, Swamiji also says, these days I find him telling to many people, talk to God. Talk to God. For most of us, we have grown with seeing our elders worshipping and we also joining in. But unfortunately, we don't understand what are the rituals going on, what are the mantras. So, after some time, some people, they do not find an interest in that. They don't go to the temples anymore. They don't find that what they want, the peace, etc., is not, they don't get sitting for the whole ritual. But some get, some understand. So, anyway, many of the people, they will be doing a lot of worship in the morning. And placing flowers, lighting lamp, lighting incense sticks, then giving some food to God, then chanting some slokas. It gives a lot of feelings, if it is done with feelings. Otherwise it becomes mechanical and the mind will be thinking, when I'll get up and make breakfast for my husband to go to the office or child to go to the school. All these thoughts will come in the mind. Now, whatever it is, we have to always think, we have been brought up like this, or in whichever manner, our mind at one time should start applying our mind and intelligence. We must start thinking. We are doing this every day. For what? What is the use? Or is there anything higher? So if you think it, that with God's grace, Devanugraha Hetukam, you will be led to this spiritual path where introspection is one main tool to go forward in this. So, about God, it is those who have that faith in God and feel the presence of God everywhere, at least they believe the presence of God. It is very, from this worship or along with the worship, to talk to God is a very good practice. Talk to God. That is, your problems you tell God. God is not somebody who is in the sky and something very different from me. We are learning what? That He is inside me as my Antaratma. So talk to Him. He is the most near and dear. That is what Prahlad was saying, that He is like the sky. He is inside us. He is our best friend, our companion. So talk to Him that this is my problem. I am not able to transcend this trait of mine, or I am fearful sometimes, how to transcend. If your talking is very sincere, loving, considering him to be one with you, you will find you will definitely get some solution to your doubts. Another thing is that writing a spiritual diary. Write. Whatever is in your mind, write. Whether it is good, bad. Not that I ate this, I went there, I met this person. No. Some incidents where your mind was affected, disturbed, afflicted, or maybe it was very happy. How did you tackle your mind? How you are tackling your dukkha? How you are enlightening your mind even though there is a difficult situation? Thinking what? Write. So I started writing when I started, I think even before I stepped on this path. Then it became a spiritual diary. So I would not cut any word. It's not that you make it very nice and cosmetic changes you make so that you feel that if somebody reads it sometime, they should feel that I am a good person. Write everything, all defects of yours, and address it to God. Address it to God. So anyway, I was writing like this. So I'll read some letters, This may be a little... we just now read this shloka. Tasmad yuktendriya gramo yukta chitta idam jagat atmanikshasva vitatam atmanam mayadhishware. That is... Vitatam. Atmanikshasva vitatam atmanam mayadhishware. It says that you control the mind and senses and see the world in the self and see that the all-pervading self is in God. So I am writing, this is written in 95. Already I am a sannyasi at that time. So it is, earlier I used to write to God, addressing Lord. And when I came at the feet of Swamiji, and Swamiji I started calling Posha. Posha means pet. So he is my God and he is my pet. So I would address him as Posha and write. So I am writing, O Posha, in this infinite, limitless universe, may you completely dissolve my existence. May my I-ness get dissolved. Fill me with your consciousness, your light. This is what I am praying. O Posha, so why are these prayers? It must be that throughout the day, a lot of work has to be done, and I must be feeling that somewhere my I-ness is coming, and that is why I don't want it. So I am praying to him that fill me with your consciousness. May my I-ness get dissolved. O Posha, may my sight be laden with you. May my words and actions be laden with you alone. May your nectarine divine touch enliven my senses, my mind and intelligence. In that enlivened existence, let there be your fragrance alone. That is, we want God to see God everywhere. When you are near the Guru becomes the God. And in this ashram or whatever I am doing as Guru Seva, in that I am feeling that everything, my mind, my senses, intelligence, everything should be enlivened by His presence. That is, I should only feel that I am doing His work. And in that enlivened existence, Let there be your fragrance alone. In everything, let me feel that it is only you. If I have to sweep a place, if I have to wash a cloth, if I have to sit at a computer and do some work, whatever it is your work. Through everything, I should get your fragrance. May I become your instrument completely. Let your divinity get expressed in all my work, speech and thought. O Pusha, at times I find there is no prayer in the mind. I am immersed deeply in my own antaratma, my own self, drinking and tasting your nectarine touch. So let me be your instrument completely, and your divinity, let it get expressed in all my speech, my work, and my thought. And I sometimes find there is no prayer. I'm absorbed so much. I'm doing everything, running about and doing, but my mind is absolutely inside me. Drinking and tasting your nectarine touch. Nityam tvaccharanaravinda yugala dhyanamrita swadinam. This is a line from one shloka. Baddhena anjalina natena shirasa. Gatrais samromodgamaihi. Kanthena swaragadgadena nayanenodirna vashpambuna. Nityam taccharanaravinda yugala dhyanamrita swadinam. It says that a devotee should be living in this world. Baddhena anjalina. If we keep our hands like this, we won't be able to work. But mentally we can do. Baddhena anjalina. Natena shirasa. Mentally we can be bowed down. Gatraisa romodgamaihi. And thinking about that divinity, the horripilation are there on the whole body. Gatrena saromodgamaihi. Kanthena swaragadgadena. And the words are choking. Gadgada. If I try to speak, the words will come as a choked voice. Kanthena swaragadgadena nayanenodirna vashpambuna. And the eyes are shedding. Nityam is always vashpambuna. Nityam tvaccharanaravinda yugala dhyanamrita swadinam. Nityam is always tvaccharanaravinda, your holy lotus feet. Dhyana, meditating on your holy lotus feet, and amrita which comes out of that dhyana, aswadinam. So, always tasting that nectar of the dhyana or contemplation on your holy lotus feet. When we work, unless the mind is very engrossed and involved in something very important, we can think like this. Nityam tvaccharanaravinda yugala dhyanamrita aswadinam asmakam sarasiruhaksha satatam sampadyatam jivitam. The devotee is saying that in this manner our life should be led. So I wrote this, and then at the end I remembered this sloka and I wrote that also. Then so the next sloka is Sarva Bhuta Churit Chanto Jnana Vijnana Nischayaha Pashyan Madatmakam Vishwam Na Vipadyeta Vai Punaha. This one, same thing. Krishna is telling Uddhava. What did he say? That renounce all your sneha to your family members and all that, and being completely enveloped by my thought, go around in this world, seeing my presence everywhere. And then he said that, control your senses, control your mind, see the self in the world and the world in me, the Supreme Self in me. Then next one he says that Sarva Bhuta Churit Chanto Jnana Vijnana Nischaya, illumined, enlightened, peaceful, and established in universal benevolence. Sarva Bhuta Surit Chanto Jnana Vijnana Nischaya, the one who has knowledge as well as experience, and who is Sarva Bhuta Surit. Sarva Bhuta Surit means you are the friend of everybody in this world. You are doing help for everybody. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha, like that. Shantaha, and peaceful. He sees the Lord, Pashyan, he sees. Madatmakam Vishwam, he sees the Lord as the essence of the world. That is, in this world, though there are so many varieties, so many forms, so many beings, he sees the Lord, that is the presence or the consciousness of the Supreme Power, as the essence, as the substratum. Just like, say, there is a necklace with beads. The beads may be of a little bit different in color or shape, but what is the substratum? What is making the bead? That string. It is like that. And essence of the world, and recognizes the whole of the manifested existence as ensouled by him. And he also understands that this whole of the world is ensouled by him, by the Lord. Ensouled means every soul, every self is the same. It is the same. The Lord is giving so many varieties, but he is the same in everybody's heart. When a person sees like this and understands this, na vipadyeta vai punaha, he doesn't have any danger. When does the danger come? When we consider something different from me, that he will harm me or he will love me, and we'll have hatefulness, we'll have fear, we'll have jealousy, we'll have intolerance, all when we think there is somebody other than me. Suppose somebody, everything is same, then who will hate whom? Who will love whom? Who will fear whom? Is it clear? These are concepts, these are told, but at the time when you are disliking somebody, these should come to your mind. You can make a habit. If suppose it has not come, later you should think, oh, it should have come to my mind. You will find the next episode, a similar episode, it will be much better. This is how it has to be practiced, because otherwise there is no way. Nanya pantha. There is no other way. You have to practice it like this. You will fail, you will succeed, you will fail, you will succeed, then you will find that success is more. Then there will be a ego, I am a sadhaka. Oh, I have got so much. Then a complacency will come. Oh, I have got enough. No more. I don't need any more. This is very good. Many of the devotees feel, I am able to withstand the world, anybody's word. Earlier I used to get very affected if somebody told me something. Now I don't feel affected so much. So I'm a little better. That's all. Very happy with that only. But there are so many things to learn. It may not be that we'll reach the end, but everywhere on the path there are jewels. We can pick those up. So then, see, then there is one more letter here. Sanjay has helped me a lot today, because all these are in different books, To bring so many books, very difficult, and still I bring so many books. So this one, the earlier letter I read, I'm saying that I want to dissolve my identity. I want to become your instrument. So here I'm saying, oh Pusha, when I looked outside through my window today, I noticed the 2 hibiscus flowers, orange in color, in the very small plant. They were still half bloomed. All the flowers which bloom in the garden, they bloom for your sake and shed themselves as offering at your feet. Like the flowers, may I too shed my whole being at your feet and lie there. There is no speciality. My identity is only this. Among all the flowers, I am also a flower at your holy feet. You understand? So, the sight of two flowers, it was not just you see the beauty or you feel that I'll pluck it and either use for puja or maybe you put in the vase. These thoughts came to my mind that they have bloomed for you to be offered at your feet. And they are one of the flowers of the garden. There is no special name or anything. Similarly, I too want to become one of the flowers with no special identity. Let my self-effacement be more and more complete. As a drop of oil, when poured into a vessel of water, spreads into the water completely, leaving its own identity, may I also lose my separate identity and spread and become one with yours. O Pusha, may your divinity remain ablaze in me always. So, this also, when we have this kind of thoughts, seeing everything, that is the sadhana that you are doing. Someday it may not happen. Someday you might get irritated. You will feel like when we see flowers, we may feel the touch of God or the touch of the Creator. What about when we see somebody whom we don't like? Then also we should feel. Just like there are beautiful flowers, and there is rose which is beautiful fragrance, but you try to take it, you will get the thorn prick. The lotus, it is in the slush. So, what about the flowers which are not liked? What about the human flowers which God has created, whom we don't like so much? What about them? It's very easy to see God in nature, Trees, sky, the flowers, the birds, then the rivers, the ocean. You find the greatness of God, the Creator. But what about the humans? There we fail. And there is what we have to be liberated, because our shackles are only with them, not with the nature or anybody. But looking at nature helps us in doing so. So now, Krishna has told this, gave a big lecture and said that you go. What does Uddhava say? Uddhava said, Soham mamahamiti mudhamatir vigadaha tvanmayaya virachitatmani sanubandhe tatvanjasa nigaditam bhavata yathaham samsadhayami bhagavan anushadhivrityam. Now, Uddhava, he has stayed with Krishna from childhood. Now, when Krishna tells him to do this, he is not able to do. Though he said that I am not able to stay without you even for half a second. Even this shloka, when I first heard this shloka, Swamiji was giving, that time I was in the household. We were in Kharagpur IIT and we went to Jamshedpur. Swamiji used to come there, even now goes there. There was morning class. So morning class used to start at 5:45 in the morning because the factory would start by 6:30. So it would be 45 minutes class only. 5:45 to 6:30. Factory would start by 6:45, I think. Anyway, so it will be dark. In February, the month of February, it is dark. So we used to go in darkness So when we first heard this series of lectures of Uddhava Gita, Swamiji started, Naham tabhangri kamalam shanardham api keshava. So it really shook me. I felt a devotee should be like this. A devotee is saying that I cannot stay without you even for half a second. So am I a devotee? How is it that I stay without the thought of God most of the day? Then am I a devotee? I should feel, and that time my sadhana was very, very intense. I should feel that I should go and be near my Guru. That feeling should be strong and stronger. So the introspection, that what devotion really means, it came at that time, hearing this. Now, Uddhava, who has been with Krishna for so many years, he is saying now, "Oh Lord, I am a very simple human being. So I am very deluded, immersed in delusion. So I feel that this is my body is I, and all the things that belongs to me, I feel that they are mine. So aham, saha aham, and other things are mama, mine. So this feeling is there so much ingrained, so strong in me, that I don't know how I will. You have told me to go, but how will I go? I am so much attached to my family, my wife, my children, my wealth, and everything. I am not able to go. I have so much attached. And I know that this is delusion. Now, I am requesting you, I pray to you, that instruct me. I am your servant. I am your servant, instruct me how I could soon achieve that abandonment of all attachments commanded by you. You are telling me to cut all attachments and go. So please tell me how I can do it. Now I find that I cannot. So you teach me so that becomes easy for me. You understand? So the whole thing is this Uddhava Gita is how one can get beyond this attachment of I and mine. There are 24 chapters. And this, having said this, see, one thing you should understand. He had lived with Krishna for years. Why did he not have detachment? Why he still had attachment to his, this question should come? Then what did he do? Why his association with Krishna, who is the Supreme, why it did not give him non-attachment, non-clinging? We had gone to Rishikesh once, long back, and Mahatma, he said that गंगा जी में पत्थर देखे हो ना, पत्थर पत्थर ही रह जाते हैं. That is, if you don't do your sadhana, just like in the Ganges, there are so many stones and rocks are there. They remain rocks only. They don't become liberated by Ganges water. So, unless you do your sadhana, you make an effort, you will not get liberation. So, till then, Uddhava was only his friend, his minister, very happy that I am Krishna's friend. You know, must be very egoistic also, I am Krishna's friend, best friend. So, being very close to one Mahatma does not give you all that has to be attained. You must take them. You must be ready to take them. You must give him freedom to tell you what he wants to tell you. And take it without complaint, without arguing, without feeling that, no, he has been unfair to me. I did not do this, I don't have this defect, but still, why my Guru is telling this to me? So one should be very ready to accept what the Guru is saying. Shastreshu Guruvakyeshu Shraddha. If some word has come from him, it is for your good. It's better that you take it and work on it. And also sometimes he may tell somebody else something, that also may work on you, may be applicable to you. So he said this. Then in the 17th chapter, something very relevant to this is there. It says that Kutumbeshu na sajjeta na pramadyet kutumyapi. He says that, see, one should not become the householders. How to get out of this attachment? 3 things he has said. He said that the householders are bound. They are constantly thinking, what will my parents do, what will my wife do, etc. Now, still they have to remain in the household. They have to perform their duties. But to get out of this bondage, what they should practice is Kutumbeshu na sajjeta na pramadyet kutumbyapi vipaschin nashwaram pashyet adrishtamapi drishtavat. He says, even though you are in a family, one should not get too attached to the members. He should not become crazy or obsessed about them. You understand? We become obsessed. It's not necessary. Say the son or the daughter, they have grown up. They have their own viewpoints. But we treat them like they were children. They still need our guidance. They need our guidance to some extent. But in certain matters, they don't need. But the parents become so obsessed, they feel that each and everything we have to guide them. So it is, they suffer because we want to control your children when they have become big also. So how will you get out of that habit? You know, one should always feel, if it was done to me, Atmana pratikulani paresham na samacharet. Whatever you do not want to be done to you, you should not do it to anybody else. Suppose our parents, old parents, when they become old also, they start interfering in the family matters of their children. No child will like it. Similarly, those parents, they should at one age, they should feel that the children are now independent. To some extent, we have to control them, tell them the good things, but not in every matter. And one should not get obsessed by it. On the suffering, otherwise the suffering will come. So, a wise person, vipaschit, nashwaram pashyet, a wise person, he should see as equally perishable, drishtavat adrishtamapi. A wise person, he should see as equally perishable both the joys after life as those in this life. He should see that janma mrityu jara dukkha dosha anudarshanam. Like here also, everything is perishable. Similarly, some people feel that we'll do this yajna, that puja, and in the heaven we will go and we will enjoy there. Has anybody come back from heaven and told you that we have enjoyed? It's all giving a promise, which is nobody can verify. So, a wise person, he should see as equally perishable both the joys of afterlife and this life. So what you have to do, good deeds you do here only. Putra darapta bandhunam sangamah pantha sangamah anudeham viyantyete swapno nidranugo yatha. It says, just as in a dream, when the dream is over, one loses the objects one possesses in dream. Is it not? In the dream we may see that we have become a king, having so big kingdom, so many people to, attend on us. So, but when the dream breaks, we are not unhappy. It happened in the dream, it has gone. Similarly, the association of children, wife, relatives and friends are only like brief meeting of travelers in a caravan. So, remaining in the family, this thought has to be brought in the mind. It's just like in a dream. When the dream is over, it goes. Here it is like we are all meeting together for some time. And it is just like meeting people in a fair or in a train or in a plane. We become in a train, especially the long journeys, earlier days used to become very friendly to each other. Then each will go off and to their own destination. So these thoughts have to be repeated. When it is said that think pragyati ati harshanato, that sandalwood example, remember that sandalwood example. The sandalwood example is very good. So how will you actually think about it? You have to think this. Looking at everything when you feel a little, obsessed, a little disturbed, that somebody did not listen to what you said or your viewpoints, then think like this. We have come across together and we'll go our way. Also, just like in a dream we meet, so many things happen, this may be also a dream. So this is how the bondages become loosened. There is a story that one farmer, he was working in the field. He had to make some bund to keep the water for the irrigation. So from morning he has gone in the morning and he was working. By about noon somebody came running saying that your son is very sick. So your wife is calling you. He said that I'll do this and then go. So like this 2-3 people came. He didn't go. He was doing that bund work only. And after he has finished, when he went, the son is dead. So the wife was crying and blaming him and saying that, what kind of a father you are? He couldn't even come, see the son, see he's dead. Then he said, for which son should I cry, I am thinking. Yesterday night I saw I am a king, I have got 4 sons, princes. And in the morning they were all gone. So, should I cry for them or should I cry for this one? So this is a story. So, these are the things. Like we say that Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. So Jagan Mithya is what? We don't know. But at least we can think like this. And then the bondages, the obsessions, the expectations, they will surely become loose. Surely. Then the next one is very karmabhi grihamedhiyaihi ishtva mameva bhaktiman tishted vanam vyopavishet prajavan va paribrajet. No, sorry, this is not the one. Itham parimishan mukto griheshvatithi vadvasan na grihair anubadhyeta nirmamo nirahankritah. It says that, reflecting on this truth, the previous one, that we have all come together, reflecting on that truth, the liberated soul, he lives in the home like a guest. All of you are guests here? Huh? As you are attached to your houses, I don't think you are attached to this place, the room you are staying in. Is it not? In your houses, you are more careful. You will be looking after many things you have to look after. But here you have come as guest. You know that you will be going away from here. So, it says that a liberated soul, reflecting on this truth, the previous shloka, lives in the home like a guest without possessiveness. Without possessiveness. So in your home also, these are for whom? These are for all householders. So householders should take it without possessiveness, without false ego, nirahankritaha. I have done this, I have bought this, I have decorated this, I could amass so much of wealth, I am keeping so much of money for my children. This I should be left. Nirahankrita. How will you leave it? Again, I have been created by some power. I have no hand in this. I have no hand in the other people, their birth, their growth. Everything is happening by some kind of power. So I have nothing. I cannot say that anything belongs to me. Whatever work comes my way, I should be doing very well. That's all. With all my heart and soul. Because I've been given that capacity. I've been given a body, my limbs are there, my buddhi is there, my mind is there, my thinking capacity is there. So I will do the work properly. I will not get swayed by likes and dislikes. That this is not good, so I will do it half-heartedly. This I like very much, so all the time you do only that. So that is the samatva bhava. Without possessiveness, without ego, thus is not bound by any domestic affair. Will you take to all this? Huh? Not much, no? You will take to all these things? You should read this. This is in Bhagavatam. I think he is giving the slokas. And how to take it? Actually, these thoughts, it gives so much of enlightenment that it can be done like this. Only thing we have to remember and practice. Remember and practice. That is why it is said, bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam. So you should discuss with each other that, this happened and I tackled it like this. I was getting very obsessed, or I was becoming very angry with certain thing happening in my house. I tackled it like this, using these knowledge. Then only it is useful, and it will be useful. And the next one, I'll just see the next one and that will be over. Karmabhir grihamedhiyaihi ishtva mameva bhaktiman tishted vanam vopavishet prajavan va parivrajit. It says, it gives big advice to all of you, which none of you will do. What is it? It says, a householder devotee worshipping me. Now what is worshipping? I think all of you should stop worshipping, because it's telling you something. A householder devotee worshipping me by performing all household duties as offerings to me alone, that can be done. All work should be done as an offering. Tomorrow I will say, what is this offering? What does it mean? It's not that you take your offerings in a big thali or a big basket or many baskets and leave it there near the deity, and that is the offering. And then there is a computation who has given more offering. It's not that. It is what you are as a devotee. What is actual an offerer? Who offers? What is an offering? That we must understand. You may not give anything. In Bhagavad Gita it says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. You may give a leaf, you may give only one flower, or even just water. But even these three should be smeared with bhakti. And what is bhakti? I am a bhakta. That is not bhakti. What is bhakti? Having the qualities of a bhakta. Then you become bhakti. Tishtet. The one who performs all household duties as an offering to me alone. Now you have to be that kind of a householder who does every work, every duty or responsibility of the household as an offering. He may continue to live at home. If you can rise to that kind of a devotee, you can continue to live at home. Or otherwise, enter the forest as vanaprastha. That is what I said. They are telling you, if you need not stay at home, you should go for vanaprastha. Prajavan va paribrajet, or take to sannyasa after entrusting the household to his son, if he has one. How many of you are sighing a relief that we don't have a son? Bach gaye. So, just see. You think that Bhagavatam is a very devotional, it is only bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. It is not so. It will catch hold of your ear and tell that this is so. It says that if bharam patta kirita jushtam kirita jushtam namapyutangam nanamen mukundam Shabau karau no kurutasya paryam harer lasat kanchana kankanau va bharaf param patta kirita jushtam. Suppose you have a big prestige, similes with very big crown with lot of gold, jewels and gold and everything. So you feel that you are somebody. So bharaf param, that is a bhara, that is a heavy load on your head. If with that crown you are not bowing down to the Lord or the Mahatmas, that is, you are very, very proud and egoistic, you don't even prostrate, then it becomes a bhara. Bhara means heaviness, a load, burden. Shabau karau no kurutas saparyam harer lasat kanchana kankanauva. And if your hands do not joined together in pranam, even if you are wearing lots of gold bangles and many other things, jewelries, then they are the hands of a corpse, hands of a dead body. It is written like this, that if you are not hearing God's name, then your ears are that of an ass. If you don't see God everywhere, then your eyes are like the peacock feather's eye. In the peacock feather, eye is drawn, no? So your eyes are no eye. It is a peacock feather's eye. Like that, so many similes there. And another thing, I like very much, that is, if you do not welcome guests and give them place to stay when they are in need, then your house is a hole made by rats where snakes stay. No, tomorrow again. Letters are not over. Tomorrow, there are a lot of letters. 2 o'clock. So that is why. Okay. You like the letters? Okay. Sampurnam jagadevanandanavanam sarvepi kalpadrumah gangam vari samasta vari nivaha punya
सर्वावस्थितिरस्य वस्तु विषया दृष्टे परब्रह्मणि सर्वावस्थितिरस्य वस्तु विषया दृष्टे परब्रह्मणि.
Jai Guru, Jai Guru.